Today is another short workout, but it's a longer video, and the reason why it is because I did a circuit. So it was 15 minutes. I just set a 15-minute timer. I did just simply 5 dips, 5 pull-ups, and 10 push-ups, and just kind of tried to repeat that as much as I could within those 15 minutes. And it was very, very challenging. I've done like 30 minutes before, and man, that 30 minutes was crazy. And this was crazy too. You know, even though it was a short workout, it was still very challenging. I was like getting to failure, or getting very close to failure with a lot of the movements, especially the dips and the push-ups, because I kind of had to like do the push-ups and then go right back into doing the dips. So it was just very interesting to see like the effect that it had on my body. And another thing was like just the blood flow. Like I had a crazy pump after this. And all I really had was like a couple of fruit before. So it was just blood was just flowing everywhere. It was still fun. And you know, again, like it wasn't so time costly. It wasn't time costly. This took 15 minutes. You know, outside of I know the video is like 16 minutes, but that's just like, you know, stuff that I'm doing before and after the workout. Yeah, but yeah, I'm like doing another short workout because it's like, you know, I still have like a bunch of stuff to do. You know, to like just with school and whatnot, it's like this weird little like part of the quarter where it's like they have like, it's like as if everything is kind of due around the same time. So then you have to like really focus in and lock in and grind really hard so you can get everything done in time and stuff like that. And so far I haven't had to like sacrifice me going to any of my classes, you know, just to catch up with an assignment. And if anything, I have no choice but to really make sure I go to my classes because like I have to spend more time there because with this quarter, I need to have access to a lot of the resources at school because I don't have them at home. But I should really try and look into getting that type of stuff because, like, bro, spending like more than I have to at the school is not it, bro. Like, especially if I was already at school the entire day, now I'm gonna be there for like a couple hours into the night. Like, I had to do that. I had to do that Tuesday. That was not it, bro. And then I had to go to school early. I only had one class today, and I had to go to school earlier in the morning. And I spent like however much time working on the computer for this other assignment that I have due the next morning. I was able to get it done, thankfully, but still, you know, that doesn't leave a lot of time to myself or anything like that. And yeah, you know. Yeah, so, you know, and one thing too, this workout, you know, it really helped with kind of clearing my headspace and just kind of like giving me a bit of a reset. I was kind of like on go mode the moment I woke up. I got up, ate breakfast, and I had to go to my school. And, you know, I was working from then, and then I had to go to my class, my actual class of the day, and I was still working. And then I met with my group, my film group, and yeah, we were working. I think we were probably meeting for like an hour or something like that, or maybe 45 minutes. I don't even think it was that long, but still, that's still like my brain power that has to be, you just being processed. And I was like, honestly, I was kind of at my limit. I felt like I was just stumbling over my words because I was just like so like exhausted. And like sleep has been like a bit of an issue. You know, I've been going through a couple of like, or just like some personal things, just along with school. And this workout, it really did help with that. It really did help with just clearing my mind. It's like as if my brain muscle had been like trained to failure, like as if I was working it out the entire day. And then by training my body muscles, I kind of gave it like rest. At least that's what it felt like. Because I had like this weird like tension in the front of my head, like right above my eyes and my brow section. It just felt like a point to where everything was coming in. It was just kind of like tightening right there. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to work out. Maybe working out is going to, help it, make it better. I did. And I don't even feel it anymore. I feel great. I feel great right now, actually. I feel really good. It was a great workout, and I'm probably going to have to still stay up a little bit just to complete some other assignments. But I'm fine with that because, I need to get it done. But I just have to keep going. I have to make sure I keep doing all of this stuff, uploading. Also, man, I almost forgot to mention, I'm at 1,000 subscribers. Guys, I can't thank you guys enough for all the new people, all the people that have been there since like day one almost. I'm really glad, to see all the engagement and stuff like that, and that people care enough to subscribe, and that there's people that watch consistently. I see the people in the comments, very like people who I've been seeing comment ever since like I've been at like, I don't know, like 200 or something like that. It's actually crazy that like there's people who saw just like a no name channel and just decided like, I'm gonna stick with this channel, and then 100 or more episodes later, 1,000 subscribers later, still here, and it's crazy. And I've definitely seen a lot of growth, not just like through my gains and stuff, but just growth with myself mentally, stuff like that. Just doing these videos allows me to gain a lot more reflection and perspective. It allows me to think more because I have to be able to think on my feet or think properly or think in the moment when I'm recording these videos. So it allows me to actually process my own ideas and my thoughts better. Even if like I have some type of topic that I have planned out, like here, I don't have a planned out topic. All of the topics that I have written down so far, I haven't used any of them for the past couple of days because it's like, I just haven't had time to try and go through it and like try and really go in depth. But I will at some point, it is just a little moment right now where it's like, I just have to just push through. I just have to push through and, so I guess sacrifice my sleep a bit so I can make sure I still upload on time, so I can make sure I still get all my assignments done on time. So far, I haven't been forced to turn in anything late. My grades are looking pretty good. So it doesn't seem as if the YouTube thing is getting in the way, like how I would have thought. Even if like it did, I would still find some type of way to upload, because it's just something I enjoy now. It's something I enjoy, and I'm glad I stuck to it. I'm glad I kept doing it, because that first time where I got to day, I think 17 or 18, and I stopped because I started school around that time. It's just crazy because a part of me wasn't going to restart. A part of me wasn't going to start over. A part of me was just going to like just let it be a fart in the wind. And I was like thinking like, what? I'm not going to be a fart in the wind. I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to make sure I upload every day. Maybe I'm not always talking in every video I upload, but I try and make sure I discuss something in most of them. And it's just allowed me to really say that I'm doing something, that I'm actually doing something, I talked to like a lot of people, or I've overheard a lot of other conversations where during the school break, we had like a 2-month school break. A lot of people were saying they did like absolutely nothing. But me, I did this. I mean, I was working, but in terms of like creative stuff, like making movies or making music or whatever, I didn't do a lot of that. But every day I was making sure I was uploading to YouTube, even if it was just a small thing, even if it was something that didn't take that long, even if it was like, an hour out of my day. This whole process really takes an hour, maybe 2 hours out of my day. But I enjoy it, even when I feel like I don't have time, even when I feel like there's other things that are getting in the way of this, because it's something that I want to stay dedicated to. I want to keep to this. And, whatever challenges I face, whatever comes my way, like I just have to keep doing this. It has to be at least the one obligation I hold myself to, because if I'm not trying to challenge myself, if I'm not trying to have something that is going to keep me in check, then what am I doing? What am I gonna do? How is that gonna what is that gonna say about me? And how will that make me turn out in the future? So again, it causes a lot of self-reflection. It says something about who you are as a person when you decide to really put your all into something, no matter what it is. Whether you want to start writing professionally, whether you want to start sewing professionally or something like that, whether you want to lift weights and just keep lifting weights and being consistent, it shows that like you're dedicated to something, right? And people will make fun of you. Some people think it's lame that you're like a person who only cares about the gym or working out. Now, there is a point to be made where if that's the thing that occupies most of your time and you're not exactly benefiting it completely for it, then there's so many other aspects in your life that you can try and focus on. Like me, I I don't just do my workout. Like, sure, that's the only thing you're seeing. Like, you're not seeing me sitting on my couch in my living room, like being like, oh man, I gotta work out. You're not seeing the part where I have to stay up till 12 a.m., 1 a.m., doing schoolwork, forgetting to eat. You guys aren't seeing that part. You guys are seeing the part where I get to the work and, that's it. And I, talk whatever I want to talk about. That's the part you guys are seeing. So it's like, sure, you might be like, oh, he has time to work out or he's working out. But you guys, that's all you're seeing. All you're seeing is my daily commitment. You guys aren't seeing everything else, every other obligation that I have to commit myself to. And if anything, committing myself to this is making it that much more easier, that much more better to be able to commit to everything else. Because if I can commit to this, I can commit to anything. I can do anything, right? So it's like, if I can do this, I can do anything if I put my mind to it, right? So it's just, again, challenging yourself, taking the moment, taking the opportunity or trying to find opportunities to where you can actually just elevate yourself, because like, again, I've said this so many times, nobody's going to do it. Ain't nobody going to do it for you. All right. Nobody's going to try and lift you up. There's going to be some people that'll be concerned for you and try and say, you should do this, you should eat this, you should do that, you should stop doing this. But if you don't want to help yourself, then there's no helping yourself, unless you actually want to make that change and you want to actually have sense and listen to reason, then you're going to stay the same. You're going to stay stagnant. And I personally want to do everything in my power to not be stagnant, I want to do everything in my power to elevate myself. And one thing, like, funnily enough, like the subscriber count going up and the viewer count and the engagement, it's kind of as if that's like a physical representation of my value increasing. Now, I don't think that's like the best way to look at it, because there's so many ways you can assess your value, not just based on how many subscribers you have on the internet or how many people follow you on the internet. There's so many other things, right? Like how well you can do your job, how well are you in your own profession, how well are you in when it comes to your own like families and relationships and friendships and stuff like that. There's so many ways you can base your value, not just on something that is kind of also superficial, like subscriber count, there's so many great channels out there that I watch that like have like less than 100,000 subscribers or less than 50,000 subscribers. There's just so many like golden gems and people out there with so much knowledge and wisdom, and sure, they might not be getting as much attention as like these people who get like millions of views and they post like frequently or whatever. But it's like they have something special to offer, and whatever it is that they're offering is something that I'm incredibly interested in. And it seems like it's like that for the people who are watching my videos, right? I like, again, that 100 videos in, I've seen other channels grow so much quicker than my channel, but that's because they took different routes, right? Like channels that I've seen like only get a couple hundred views and then they upload it over time. And I'm not trying to talk like smack or anything like that. That's amazing that they can upload their content and it can get attention like that. But it's like, again, the approach is different. This is how I want to upload it. For the time being, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to upload. It's simple. It's easy. It doesn't require much. Basically, the only thing I bought was a tripod for the most part. The only thing I bought was a tripod and the Bluetooth microphones that I use for when I'm trying to record stuff in the car. And it's like, it didn't take me that much, right? But all the other videos that get huge attention, it's like they probably work months on a video. They probably work hours on a video. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But personally, it's like, that's not what I want to give into the world. This is what I want to give into the world. This is how I want to share my own experiences and thoughts. Because I don't know, I just like it, It gives me time to actually talk out loud and speak out loud, and just to be like, that's how I see the world, and I want to share that with other people. And soon maybe I'll be able to share that with even more people, maybe more than 1,000 people. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching.